When most Boston landlords calculate return on investment, they focus on one thing: monthly rent minus expenses. It's important, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. What if you could stack multiple returns from the same property at the same time and let them work together to grow your wealth? Today, I'm going to walk you through what I call the Triple-Stack ROI Method. 3 ways that your Boston rental can produce returns, how they connect, and how you can use them to make smarter buying decisions. I'm Jarrett Lau, founder of Profitable Properties Boston, and as a licensed real estate agent here in the greater Boston area, I've worked with investors buying, selling, and holding properties in one of the most competitive markets in the country. Over the years, I've seen properties that quietly build wealth in 3 different ways at once. And I've seen others that barely break even because their owners were only focused on one number. By the end of this video, you'll know the 3 main ROI streams that are available to almost every single Boston rental, how each one works, how thinking beyond the monthly cash flow can change how you evaluate opportunities. So let's start with the most obvious return, the one that most investors track first: cash flow. Cash flow is the income that's left after paying your mortgage, taxes, insurance, and operating expenses. It's the number that most people think about when they hear passive income. But in Boston, because of higher purchase prices, cash flow can be thinner than in most parts of the country. That's why managing expenses, choosing the right financing, and avoiding long vacancies are so important. Strong, consistent cash flow keeps the property self-sustaining and gives you breathing room for the long term. But cash flow is just one layer. The second ROI stream often gets overlooked, even though it's quietly working in the background every single month. When you make a mortgage payment, part of that mortgage goes towards interest, and part of it goes towards paying down the loan balance. That principal paydown is equity you now own outright. And here's the key: if you have tenants covering your mortgage, they're essentially helping you buy the property on your behalf. It's not exactly money that you see in your bank account today, but it's real value that you can tap into later by refinancing, selling, or using it as leverage for your next purchase. Alright, so we have cash flow you can spend now, and you have principal paydown building equity quietly in the background. The third ROI stream can be the biggest driver of long-term wealth, but it requires a longer time horizon. Appreciation is the increase in your property's market value over time. In Boston, appreciation can be influenced by everything from new transit lines to neighborhood revitalization. It's never guaranteed and it moves in cycles, but over the years it can significantly grow your net worth, especially if you bought in a location with strong fundamentals. Here's an example to tie it all together, not just a client story. Imagine you own a Boston rental that's producing steady cash flow, your tenants are paying down your loan each month, and the neighborhood's gradually improving. Over time, those 3 forces, income, equity, and value growth, can work together, multiplying your overall return. The important takeaways here isn't exactly the numbers, it's about recognizing that all 3 streams matter. They often happen at the same time. Some Boston investors fall into these traps, only looking at monthly cash flow and ignoring the other 2 ROI streams. Over-leveraging with financing that leaves no room for unexpected expenses. Banking entirely on appreciation without ever ensuring that the property can sustain itself in the meantime. And here are a few myths that are worth clearing up. Myth 1: if cash flow is small, the investment isn't worth it. True, in high demand markets, equity growth and appreciation can be just as important for the big picture. Here's another myth: Boston properties can't cash flow. True, it's challenging, but with the right property type, financing, and management, it is possible. And even moderate cash flows can still be powerful when combined with other 2 ROI streams. One of the 3 ROI streams: cash flow, principal paydown, and appreciation. Which do you focus on most when evaluating a property? Drop your answer in the comments below. I'd love to hear how other Boston investors think about it. And if you want to keep on sharpening your skills on investment property strategy for this market, subscribe. We share new insights every single week. The Triple-Stack ROI Method is about seeing your rental as more than just monthly income. When you recognize how cash flow, principal paydown, and appreciation work together, you can stop chasing short-term wins and start building long-term wealth with intention. In a market like Boston, the investors who succeed over decades aren't just counting dollars in their pocket today, they're stacking these returns that will be paying them for years to come.